Welcome to the Northwest Provincial Government Podcast. We inspire and encourage our communities through personally inspiring stories of our leaders in government and game changers in our communities. Enjoy this episode.
Hello and welcome to the Northwest Provincial Government Podcast. I am Bayanda Zenzile and I bring you insights and inspirational stories that matter. What if I told you that dynamites come in smaller packages? It is true, because today I am joined by a young man, a trailblazer and an information technology specialist. His name is Thatayaone Nkwe. Rengwe re go amogela.
Yeah, Lebohama, and thank you for giving me this opportunity and allowing me to come and share my journey and also to inspire and empower our young youth in the Northwest Province.
We love to hear inspirational stories over here. Now, I would like you to take us through Tato growing up. Who is Tato? Where did you grow up from? Just anything that you want to tell us about yourself and your background, please.
All right. Thatayaone kgotsa Thato ke mosimanyana o eleng gore o goletse ko Motsaneng o ba o bitsang Longaneng, and then irile ha dinako di ntse di tsamaya ke ya high school, and then I moved to another village. So ke motho le di village ya ditoropo ga ise tsaka. Another village that is called Mantestad in Taung. The first school eke attendileng eniloko Longaneng, and then the second one, which was the high school, which was previously known as Sekolo sa Dikgosi. Yeah, sa bana ba dikgosi sentle sentle. Se se bidiwang Pinagare High School. Yeah, ke gone mo ke ka ga botshelo bo jaka joa go tloga ke le monnyane ke godisitswe ke o mama le o tata. Ke bona batho ba ene le gore nne ke spenda nako e ntsi le bone ba ke goletseng mo tlase ga bone.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And now, just take me through then your high school life. Where, getting into university, how did it go about? Did you get any bursaries, maybe?
Right. When I got to high school, it was very, very difficult. Looking at the fact that I was from a primary school that does not have all those facilities or all those instruments that can teach someone about the different subjects. So getting into high school, I tried my level best. Ke lekile ka bojotlhe jwaka grade 8, grade 9 ne go se it wasn't that good. I started being part of like the top 5 maybe from like the second term of like each grade, but then it like ntse ke tsamaya ke tla ke gola yalo, and then I motivated myself that there's no one who can do this besides you. Got to grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. I was always part of the top 5. Yeah, and I was excelling in mostly physical science and mathematics. I am proud of how I worked. I am proud of the results that I got. Yeah, it wasn't those results of distinctions and all that, but what I remember is that my lowest level was level 5, and the others, yeah, I got 2 level 5s, and then the others, it was just level 6. Yeah.
That's marvelous.
Yeah.
That's marvelous. I like that you're saying that you knew that you had to push yourself. Surely there must have been somebody who modeled that for you. Who did you learn that from, that you really can do this on your own? Did you have any role model, perhaps?
Yeah, my role model since I started high school, it was actually my parents, my grandparents, my mother. My mother was working very, very hard. I remember there were times she was volunteering at SAPS for like 13 years,
Oh,
like the
wow.
whole 13 years.
Marvelous.
Each and every year they would get like new uniforms, and what she would do to make sure gore ke na le sengwe le sengwe se ke se tlhokang, she would most of the time I time like that new uniform because ya khale at least e santsane a ka e apara, and then sell some of it to her colleagues so that ke khone go kreya school uniform, ke khone go kreya ditlhako. She has always been like, I don't want you to be like me, I want you to be up there gore re nne motlotlo ka wena. Me throughout everything ba nnile motlotlo ka nna, ke kgonne go ya university ke kreya the degree, and all thanks to NSFAS and CSIR for funding me on my studies.
I want to know, did you have any struggles with NSFAS? I hear a lot of young people nowadays, they are not speaking very well about NSFAS. Maybe they are having some glitches in getting the funding. I am an NSFAS beneficiary myself. So I just want to know, maybe between my time as a student and probably yours, were there any glitches in you getting any funding?
Most of the time there are difficulties when it comes to the releasing of funds, right? So what I've seen is that students most of the time, they as long as they have a bursary from the get-go, then they want to get the money, not knowing all the processes. But as soon as the funds are released, I never had any problems with NSFAS. I remember I got to the university whereby my mother was very, very stressed ka the registration fee. The only thing that I had to do was to provide the reference number that yes, I did apply for NSFAS. This is the reference number. And then I was able to register without paying anything. And then after that, yes, there was a delay. And then after 2 months, 3 months, then we got all the funds, book allowance, living accommodation allowance, and it covered everything. Yeah,
That's
that
marvelous.
bursary, yeah, it actually took me like, it actually carried me from the first degree until I finished my degree. Then, yeah, and as far as, yeah, I know there are delays and I know there are a lot of things, but that is part of like the processes that are supposed to be done. But as soon as the funds are released, then as a student you won't struggle, you won't even sleep outside, you would always be sorted. Yeah.
No, that's good. I hope even part of our viewers out there are getting motivated by this part and not deter in applying for NSFAS. That's quite a good take from your side. Now, you mentioned something about studying towards your first degree. How many do you have?
Currently, I'm on my third one. Fortunately, I got like the opportunity to be accepted into the university. It was difficult because I remember me and my high school friend, we had to travel to the university each and every week because there were some delays when it comes to accepting students. So I got accepted. I did my Bachelor of Science in Mathematical Science, where I majored with mathematics and computer science. And then after that, my lecturers were the ones who motivated me to further my studies, because when I got to the university, I made sure that I am not going to play. I did not go there to play. And then I made sure. And then that's the time whereby I became one of the best students in one of the modules, which is computer science. And then my lecturers, after finishing my degree, then they were like, you do qualify for honors. Why don't you apply for it? Then I didn't know anything. I thought that after getting the degree, you should go out of the university. I didn't know about any other levels. And then they motivated me. Then I was like, okay, let's do it. I was able to do my honors. Didn't finish it on record time. It was my first time failing in life. But then I repeated. I repeated the degree with only 2 modules remaining. I was able to pass those modules the second time. And then now I'm doing my master's in computer science and information technology.
Lovely, lovely. So would you say information technology is what you wanted to study from the get-go, or was it your second choice?
When growing up, this has been one of the things that made me look into like this kind of sector. Because of my curiosity, I would ask myself, like, getting into internet, like, what is this thing? How was this page built? All right. And then that curiosity grew further because I did computer science and application technology in high school. Then they taught us about a language called HTML. Then that's when I saw that, okay, this is actually computer science. This is actually programming. And then I got more curious about how things work at the back, like the back end of the system. Then that's when I got to the university, then I chose computer science as my module from the beginning of my undergrad until the honors, now to my master's level.
Ah, lovely. So I take it as, had it not been for your lecturers also, you probably would not have furthered your studies. You would have probably known about it midway into the workspace. So what would you say is has been their contribution towards your success, both as an academic, or should I rather say in the academic space and in your professional setting?
The lecturers are, again, sort of like teachers. They give you, there's a strong foundation that they build for you. They motivate you, and then after motivating you, then you as an individual, you're the one who has to decide. They provide you with opportunities that are available outside there. So their contribution, it played a huge role with me furthering my studies. Most of the lecturers, when you come and look at them, in order for a person to qualify to be a lecturer, you need to be at least a master's candidate, right? So they actually give you, like, they walk with you through the journey. They provide you with the foundation. You as an individual, you're the one who has to take the initiative, because they also inform students about the available bursary opportunities that are out there. When you go to your postgrad studies, they would tell you that, okay, I was funded by CSIR, for example, or I was funded by NRF. You should apply for those. If, like, you're a student and you know that you want to apply for postgraduate, then they would tell you, apply for NRF. Even if it's not the funding that you want, but it's going to help. Apply for it, and then other funding opportunities, you will keep on applying for them. And having your postgrad degree is going to contribute a lot when you get to the professional environment of being a worker now. So they played a very, very huge role when it comes to motivation, building the foundation.
That's lovely. Utlagetse. Now, you're a learned person. I want to know more about even the other books that you read outside maybe your textbooks. Are you an avid reader? What type of books maybe have you read recently? If you could name just a few.
All right, I'm not much of a reader, but there is a book that I once came across written by Norman Vincent, which is The Power of
Positive Thinking.
Yes,
I'm
The
reading
Power
it
of
now.
Positive Thinking.
I love it.
So that book, it sort of like taught me about how your thinking can affect your future or like the decisions that you make. So besides that, what I do is that I watch podcasts. I actually read newsletters about the new trends within the information technology sector or within the computer science sector. So that is what I mostly do within my free time.
Now, you also mentioned how your mother assisted you into being who you are, finishing up your schooling. Who would you say also is your role model?
Right, ha ke nna ke ntse ke gola thata ko gae DSTV ke selo se leng goreng ga re ne re sa se itse. Ne le only 4 channels, SABC 1, SABC 2, SABC 3 and ETV. And then besides that ke godile le di grandparents, and then they would always listen to the radio, right? And then there was this other radio station where I heard of a guy called Tebogo Modise, who is also from that side. O e leng goreng ke utlwile gore like e rile a simolla go ne go le thata le ene mo go ene. Ha share stories sa gagwe through mo radio moa gore o attendile Taung Agricultural College. There's a college go Taung Agricultural College. And then I was like, okay, Taung child, you can do this.
Relatable.
Yes, Taung child, you can do this. Yeah, and then I started again pushing myself further. And yeah, and then before going to university, I had to go and work at Boxer Superstores. Gore at least ha ke tsamaya ke ya university ke be ke na le something pocket money nyana. Not knowing gore ke go tlhoka smartphone. Ke a tsa tšhelete ewa ke a berekisetsa go reka my first smartphone. Se leng gore se nkirile throughout my first degree. Yeah. Listening to the radio, yeah, go a thusa and go ruta go le gontsi and nna go inspire le thata tota.
Now, I want you maybe to take us through, is there anything maybe that you would say, I am lucky to have survived this in life, having to have had that experience of having to work before you even go to school?
All right. One of those things is actually getting a job. There's a high like youth unemployment rate in the country. So what usually happens is that lecturers, they do motivate us to apply for learnerships, for internships, or for anything before like pursuing our postgrad studies. What I did was that I was like, I'm too young. I mean, I was still 21 years old, going to turn 22. Then I was like, I'm still young. I can still learn. I can still, not knowing that when you are studying further, then it's so difficult for a person to get those learnerships, those internships. So I regret not applying on time. because I could have been at least far. But what I'm glad is that I was able to get an opportunity. I was able to actually get a job where I can actually apply the skills that I learned from the university within the work industry. So not applying on time for learnerships, for internships, that is actually one of the things that I regret not doing earlier. Yeah.
So how long would you say it took you to get a job?
When I started my honors, which was in 2022,
Or just yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I kept on applying. I would get like rejection letters left, right, and center. And yeah, after repeating my honors in the second year of my honors, then that's when I started like applying, seeing that, okay, now you are 23, time is moving. When are you going to start? And when do you want to stop? Those are some of the things that kept on coming in my mind that, okay, last year you said that you are young. Okay, you are a year older this year. What is stopping you from applying? Yeah, I kept on applying. Yeah, it took me like 2 years to actually get an opportunity like this.
Okay. So now you're 2 years in. What would you say maybe is your experience so far?
I consider this as my first experience. When I was in the university, yes, there were some student opportunities that I actually applied for, because for postgrad studies, that's where you would say, or that's where a person would realize that, okay, NSFAS was like my blesser. I wouldn't need anything. Yeah. I mean, you have your allowance every month. You don't have to worry about accommodation, about what is this that you get? About the book allowance. Then that's when I started like being a tutor.
Lovely.
From being a tutor, then being an ICT student assistant within the business sector of the university, and then proceeding to being an e-learning assistant.
I want to find out, do you, in your spare time, what is it that you do now that you're out of school? Isn't that itch to want to assist still there? Are you assisting schools? What do you do with your spare time?
Well, I actually recently just moved to Lichtenberg. So back in the days, I would actually, there would actually be some students whereby they ask for help with their assignments. They ask for help with wanting to understand a certain module. So I would actually, in the university, during my university time, I would go and unwind by playing volleyball. Yeah, now it's difficult to adapt. What I only do is that I watch volleyball and I assist students. I'm able to assist students at least through social media, whereby we can have like a WhatsApp call or a Zoom meeting and be able to assist them where they are struggling.
Marvelous.
Yeah, so those are actually, the things that I do now as I'm still trying to adapt to the new environment.
I see. The work environment.
Yes.
And welcome to the world.
Yes.
Now, I want you, as we wrap up about the schooling life, what were some of your achievements maybe that you have obtained since your varsity days up to now?
Okay. Before COVID, I attended a hackathon that was hosted by NEMISA, and we didn't participate because we were in groups. We didn't participate that well, but most of the time when participating in those hackathons, I would go personally and ask one of the adjudicators, where did we lack? I mean, our solution was almost similar to the people who actually won. And you would find out that, okay, there was like a little bit of something that you didn't add, but that didn't demotivate me to participate in other hackathons, right? Before the lockdown, we participated in some other hackathons. Most of the time I would get position 2. Okay, position 2, all right. Then last year, I decided to take a little bit of a break and then try to check like the world, how is the world evolving. Last year, then I decided to join a hackathon. Then there I went as a solo. Yeah. I'm a person who has like a stage fright. Yeah. And then joining that hackathon, there was a point whereby I wanted to give up, but then I was like, okay, but these people, they are trusting people like us. They believe in people like us. This is why they're giving us this opportunity. So applying and being selected and decide not to go and present at the last stage, I found myself asking myself these questions that, okay, that opportunity that you got, one other student would have got that opportunity. Use it, go and present your solution, and the outcome will come. And yeah, I participated in that hackathon. It was my first time joining a hackathon alone, and I went to present. I presented, and then it took a month to get the results back because they were still analyzing and all those things. And then I received a phone call, the Innovation Hub informing me that one of the top 3. They didn't say the position. Yes. At that time, they didn't say the position. They just said, I'm one of the top 3. I must come to the Innovation Hub so that they can profile me. All right. And then the awards ceremony came. Between the awards ceremony and, between that time of the awards ceremony, I had to come to Lichtenberg for an interview. Yeah. I had to come this week. And then on Tuesday, I had an interview here in NWK, at NWK. The following day, I had to go back to Pretoria again for that award ceremony. That's when I found out that in that top 3, I'm actually position 1.
Oh,
yeah.
Congrats. Wishing you many more. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, tell us more about the company that you're working in right now. What are some of the innovations maybe that you came up with, having had that experience from your hackathons, your schooling days until at this stage? Have you had maybe any innovations that you would say, now I'm proud to have done this?
Well, the only innovation that I'm proud of, it's actually the one that I won last year, because now I'm incubated by the Incubation Hub, working alongside with the city of Tshwane. Because before going to present the solution to the challenge that we were given, the people from city of Tshwane, they emphasized that the mayor wants this. So you have to give it your best. Yeah, but not meaning that the mayor doesn't want to solve other challenges, because there were like 3 challenges. So each student had to pick one, or each team had to pick one. But then, that gave me a pressure. I mean, okay, the mayor, how does the mayor get into this? Okay. But then that is one of the innovations that I'm proud of, because we are still busy with the development of the system outside of work.
What system? Tell us more about it, the innovation itself.
Okay, so it's an EPWP system.
Okay.
It's sort of, it's actually a clocking system, which actually records attendance, deployment of employees, real-time tracking, and progress, tracking the progress of the workers. So with the system, you will be able to know that a certain group of employees of EPWP are deployed to a certain location. So within an interval of 2 hours, the supervisor who's deployed with that team will be able to upload the progress. Yeah. And one of the most important thing that the city of Tshwane emphasized was an offline functionality. So let's say someone is in an area whereby the Wi-Fi connectivity or internet connectivity is very, very bad. They are able to use the system to upload progress, and also employees and supervisors are able to submit their
Sort of like a register.
yes, they're sort of like a register, and also their monthly reports. So that is how the system works. Yeah. So so the city actually wants to shy away from a certain employee blaming another employee. So, or a certain supervisor blaming that, no, I didn't receive the proper materials. So this is why we're not able to do this particular work. So with the system, the city of Tshwane or the manager of the EPWP workers would be able to see that, okay, this group was deployed to this area to do 1, 2, 3. Okay. These are the materials that were provided to that group. And also when they return the materials, they should also go into the system and sort of like write or like sort of like clock or select the materials that they returned. So that is all about the EPWP system. I hope that it won't get me into trouble with the employees, because it's a lot with the system.
It comes with the territory.
Yes.
Now, I like that you are talking about the city of Tshwane on this one, and how you brought about this innovation. What would you say maybe government also needs to do, government in general, about being innovative? I mean, we live in times where now we're in the 5th industrial revolution, and now I want to know, what is it, like we see traffic officers in the main, I'll just make an example with them, that they are still using papers to write down our fines. Is there a way that the system could also improve in that case, where maybe they can run away from being paperless and maybe join the bandwagon of being innovative?
All right. I've actually looked into some of the things that are like that. And not only traffic officers, but also hospitals. So digitalizing the manual processes is going to actually increase efficiency of the employees. That would actually contribute towards working faster, towards reporting, towards shying away from, like, okay, a certain example that you made about traffic officers is that a lot of people, when, let's say, they are within the wrong side of the law, they have to be given a ticket. The traffic officer has to go to the car most of the time, go and write the ticket. It takes like a long time. So digitalizing such systems whereby maybe there can be only one device that can be used by the traffic officers. As we know that most of them, they get deployed or they go to a certain area to go and do their work there. Maybe having a device that can scan the number plate or that can scan, because I saw that our licenses, they have sort of like a barcode that can scan that code, and a person would be able to, even if the driver can leave, because some other drivers, they run away, and then it causes that thing whereby the traffic officers, they have to leave that location and chase this person. So having a system that is like that, that is going to just scan the number plate or just scan the license barcode and be able to issue a ticket, because most of the time what happens is that when a person, let's say for an example, when a person was found maybe driving with more than the limited speed within that zone, there are those cameras, the speed cameras, but then it takes time for a person to receive their ticket. You would find out that maybe that person doesn't even know about that ticket, that ticket has been issued to them. So a system that would be able to communicate with the traffic department with and also be able to send that ticket more faster than like now, because now a person would find out only during roadblocks that they have a ticket. And then now you have to pay it because it's been a long time.
True.
And you can't blame traffic officers forcing you to pay that ticket because they are doing their job and it's been a long time since you've been owing that ticket. So digitalizing is going to ensure that traffic officers, they actually work more faster. So efficiency, productivity is going to contribute to such things.
We always hear people, oftentimes they would be worried about information technology and AI taking jobs from people. What are some of the strategies that you think can be applied by government to create jobs, still using information technology, still using AI, with creating jobs without having them, without having our communities having that fear that they won't have jobs?
Now, the way the world is evolving, I wouldn't say that artificial intelligence is here to take over. What the government can do is to provide opportunities whereby our youth can learn how to work besides, like work along with artificial intelligence. Because what I've realized with artificial intelligence is that instead of going to Google Chrome, for example, to go and search for something and scrolling through all the results that you would get from Google Chrome, you can simply go to Gemini or ChatGPT to search that particular thing, and it gives you the results that you want. So the government can train individuals to work along with artificial intelligence, not to teach them to use artificial intelligence to solve this. No, to work along, it will be to use artificial intelligence, because I don't think that artificial intelligence can actually create a website for us. As a certain individual, there are some databases that you're supposed to create. you would get, okay, a code from ChatGPT, but then that code is not finished. That code, it's actually only the front end. So the back end, it needs a human being. So working alongside artificial intelligence can increase and enhance efficiency, as it also allows individuals to search for results, and they get results faster. But artificial intelligence, it's not here to replace us. It's here
to complement.
Yes, it's here to complement. I was attending an AWS summit last month, whereby they were telling us about the importance of artificial intelligence. It can take time for a person to call a doctor to explain their symptoms to the doctor. But then with a module included in a system, they can simply type the symptoms that they are experiencing. And it can provide them with the possible diseases that they might have, not saying that that is what that person is actually experiencing. So it's here to complement us, not to actually replace us as humans.
Now, would you say maybe the glass is half full with government having to have coding in our schools, in terms of maybe with this abundance of artificial intelligence right now, and schools are doing coding? Would you say we are towards the right direction?
Yes, I would most definitely say that, because back then, we as learners, we had like a traditional base of how, like a traditional foundation or base of knowledge. So with subjects like computer application technologies, a learner can go, or like a learner, when they get admitted to the institution, they go there with an experience of knowing that, okay, there are certain languages that are used to create websites. There are certain languages that are used for front end, the back end. So I'm happy with the progress and with how the curriculum of our education sector is changing. So that provides learners with some insight of how the world is modernizing, how the world is changing. So yes, I am happy with the curriculum currently.
That's great. Now, corruption is one of the serious challenges that we are faced with. Innovatively, now I want you to speak now both for both private and public sector. What would you say, maybe innovatively speaking, can be done maybe to end corruption?
All right, that is actually one of the most difficult things that as a country and worldwide we are facing. So the first thing is that the institutions or the companies must have a zero tolerance policy. I think that is one of the things that people have been emphasizing. They have been emphasizing that a zero tolerate policy and a proactive approach of how to deal with certain individuals who are suspected of being corrupt. And also, there are some things that are called whistleblowers within the institutions. So I think strengthening those systems with computer science and information technology, using the new innovations that are there, that are out there, and also using products like, because when it comes to tender processes, those are processes that can be manipulated easily. So using things like blockchain,
What is blockchain now?
Blockchain are systems that can be used to actually how can I put it? Okay, to actually solidify a process, solidify in a matter that the financial, let's say the invoices can be changed. So you can
Okay.
use things like blockchain to ensure that the tender processes, financial invoices cannot be changed. If, let's say, the tender process or like a tender was worth 200 million, in order to change that that actually the amount, the blockchain product, what an individual should do is that they should submit their progress. They, in order to change that, they should go through the vetting process again. So products like that using blockchain to ensure that systems are not manipulated can actually contribute a lot to the industries.
Okay, now I get that. Now we're nearing towards the end of our conversation. I want us to talk about connectivity issues or network issues in our villages. In your view, what do you think needs to be done maybe in improving such? We are living in such a time that I would not expect in 2025 that there are people who would be climbing a tree in order for them to make a phone call. So what are the challenges, Pila, when it comes to connectivity in villages? Why specifically in villages when they even have electricity? So what contributes towards that and what can be changed?
What I've seen is that there are limited service, there are limited internet service providers within the areas. So what can be done is that the government should ensure that there is a private and public partnership within the different industries. Namely, number one, telecommunication. So those partnerships are going to work into our favor, whereby I don't know how the partnership would go, but those partnerships are going to contribute to ensure that within a village we have internet, like internet service providers, the towers, the internet service providers towers, to ensure that they are not limited to a certain town. I mean, back from home, neke struggle thata network. We would find out, okay, le no yana santsane berekisa 3G. I mean, re ko 5G no
5G
yana.
now.
So the partnership, I don't know how is the partnership, but enhancing those partnership with telecommunication companies, it's going to work on our favor to actually ensure that almost every village has internet connectivity, because ha ke look Pretoria sometimes ne ke na le SIM card sa Telkom. I had to throw away that SIM card because ha ke look Taung.
I bereke.
Ga e bereke, next le go tshwara ga e tshware. At least I ne tshwara ka 2G, maybe ke tla utla gore okay, but le go tshwara ga e tshware. So those partnerships are going to help us a lot.
You're such an insightful young person.
Thank you.
I appreciate this. Now, tell me about you maybe, where do you see yourself now in the next 5 years with all this wealth of experience that you have already?
Right.
I just want to see maybe about 20 what, next 5 years, where do
Yeah.
you see yourself?
All right. In the next 5 years, I want to see myself growing and like growing more, enhancing my expertise, contributing to, I actually want as the banner says, that let's grow Northwest together. I want to grow together and contribute and make a positive impact within,
Marvelous.
starting from the province, not starting from outside, starting from the province, going to other areas. So where I want to see myself is to making a positive impact, using my skills to grow the province that I am from, to grow the village that I am from. I know that I was not doing this so that my community members can be proud. I was doing it so that my family can be proud, but as well as the community, because some of them, they contributed towards building me as an individual. So in the next 5 years, I want to see myself having that 5 years experience, being able to apply for senior positions, like being let's say a PHP, an experienced PHP developer, or like intermediate opportunities. I want to see myself growing from this beginner level until the experienced individual level.
Lovely.
Yeah.
A young man making a clarion call for us to grow Northwest together.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Now, what is the last point maybe that you would want to say to young people out there, maybe who want to get into this innovative space that you're in? Any last words?
All right. What I can say to the youth, is that they should believe in themselves. They should always stay curious. Curiosity has never killed. I mean, look at me. I was always curious, and stay positive and ensure that they have this positive thinking, as that book says, that the power of positive thinking. Whatever you think about is whatever you're attracting. And most importantly, they should not forget to pray.
Love it.
Because prayer is power.
Hallelujah.
Prayer is everything.
Hallelujah. Now, being a young man, Tato, I want to believe that some of our viewers right now are even young people. I'm looking at you, you're looking young, you're looking clean. I get a soft life or what? How do you take care of yourself?
Right. Firstly, first and foremost, I do not drink. Secondly, I do not smoke. And thirdly, I make sure that, because there's no one who can make me look like this. I mean, if like I grew up with having everything, I would be looking like that from my childhood. But what I can say is that as an individual, you are responsible for the decisions that you take. There's something that is called FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't go with that thing. I mean, if there's a DJ now who is trending, next day there's going to be a better DJ. I mean, you did not miss out. So this thing of us as youth having this FOMO thingy, it's also part of what we call and what we learned about in high school, peer pressure. So that thing, I'm speaking from actually my own perspective, that fear of missing out will always be there. New things are going to be there. Going to groove will always be there. Yes, there are those times whereby I do go out, but it's not a regular weekend thing. Because I know that the decision that I make today of going out, I can go out and then when I get there, maybe that day maybe or so FOMO, it shouldn't drive us to actually make bad decisions. A time will come whereby you can go to all those places. A time will come whereby you can do all those things. O relaxite.
That's really
O na
profound.
le everything e leng ya gago.
That's profound coming from a young person. There really is time for everything.
Yes, yes.
Now, finally, Tato, Mr. Innovation, Mr. IT, are you found in any social media platforms? Please give us your details. If maybe someone wants to contact you, we've got students out there who have eagerness to learn about your space, the space that you're in. Kindly share with us your social media platforms.
Yes, I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on Facebook as Thatayaone Nkwe. I'm on Twitter, which is now known as X, as Thatayaone Nkwe. I'm on LinkedIn as Thatayaone Nkwe, and I'm also on Instagram. I use all those social medias. I use them for like a positive thing. Yeah, I do not go to social media to check what is happening. I'm checking all the new innovations. Recently, I just saw on LinkedIn that there is a wheelchair. Remember that wheelchairs, all the time a person would be sitting like this. Now they have invented a wheelchair that can simply stand with that person. So I'm checking those type of things on social media. I'm checking
Marvelous.
the new innovations that are coming into the world, not only within my industry, which is computer science and information technology. I'm also checking on how can I apply my industry to other sectors like agriculture, to other sectors like finance, like energy, electricity, and all those other things. So I am on social media. Most of my social media pages, you're going to find me as Thatayaone Nkwe. Yeah, I know that there's a lot, but Thatayaone Nkwe, a student from Sefako Makgato Health Sciences University.
I see. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best in your endeavors going forward. You said you wanted to see yourself high up there as a senior manager, and I'm giving you my blessings. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me, and thank you for giving me this opportunity once again to share my story, to motivate, even if it's not all of the youth people out there. One makes a difference. Half bread, what do they say? Half bread is better than
Half a loaf is better than no bread.
Yeah, half a loaf is better than, yeah. So yes, thank you to the Northwest Provincial Government for giving me this opportunity to come and share my academic journey, growing up journey.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our episode today with a young man, futuristic, bold, and innovative, Thatayaone Nkwe. For the Northwest Provincial Podcast, I am Bayanda Zenzile. Until next time, toodles.